Today we're looking at another older percussion revolver. This one was made by Uberti and they called it the Cattleman. It's based on the Bisley model of the 1873 Colt Single Action Army. The Bisley Colt was developed in 1894 and was designed from the ground up as a target pistol. It got its name from the Bisley shooting range in England, where at the time they were holding a lot of international shooting competitions there. It differs a bit from the standard Single Action Army by having an altered grip frame, a more curved trigger, and a lower hammer spur. This Uberti pretty closely resembles that original Colt Bisley, except of course that this one is a percussion revolver and not a cartridge revolver, and it can't be readily modified to use cartridges either. By the day code we can tell that this one was made in 2001, and I don't believe that Uberti has made more of this model since then. At least I haven't seen any for sale for quite some time. I bought this one used a while back, and it's in pretty good shape except for the front sight. It looks like whoever had it before me ground down the front sight some and unfortunately took a little nick out of the barrel in the process. Other than that, it's in pretty good condition, and I hope the modification of the sight means that it's going to shoot to point of aim. Well, there's only one way to find out, so let's bring it out to the range and see what happens. Alright, so this will be the first shots out of the Uberti Bisley model. Going to be shooting at a target about 15 yards away or so. I have this loaded with 25 grains of Goex Blackpowder with a Speer 451 round ball, and I'm using a lubricated wad. So, I'm also using CCI number 10 percussion caps. So anyway, let's see how this works. That is an extremely nice trigger on this. Very light, very crisp. Maybe a little too light. Cap got smushed in there. Alright, so this is what I was afraid of. Whoever filed down that front sight took way too much off. I was aiming here, right at the bottom of the black, and it hits way up here. So that's a good foot or more at 15 yards. It's hitting high. It's a great group though. I mean, there's 6 shots in there in probably just a shade over 2 inches. So it shoots really good, just exceptionally high, which is very unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to take a few more shots at 15 yards here.
I have a lot of problems with cap jams here, though. It really, spent caps really bind up the cylinder here. All right, let's go take a look at that. So once again, a nice group, just way high. I know that was me. I knew I threw one a little high, one of those shots, say this second or third shot, I'm not sure which one it was. But that one was me. But the rest are, again, right in there. We're talking another, maybe, like I said, about a good 2 inches or so at 15 yards. So not terrible at all. It just shoots just too damn high. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring it out to 25 yards, see where it hits there, but I don't think that's going to make all that much a difference. But I don't know. We'll try it at 25 yards, see what happens. Okay, this will be at 25 yards now. I'm sure the group will open up a bit. And I don't know if it'll hit any lower at this range, but well, we'll see what happens. All right, 25 yards. Here we go. Not off to a good start. I threw that last one high. Okay, so not only did I throw the last one high, I threw them all high. There's not a single hit on paper, and I'm pretty sure they must have all gone over the top. So yeah, even at 25 yards, this thing is shooting incredibly high. Well, that's a disappointment to say the least.
So what do we think about this revolver? Well, first, it is pretty accurate. I'm getting some pretty good groups with it right off the bat, and it's better than a lot of other revolvers I've shot. I'm not too concerned about the occasional misfire I was having. The caps I was using weren't a great fit, and some took a second hammer strike to go off, but that's a pretty easy fix. The cap jams are a little bigger issue. In a traditional Colt percussion revolver, there's a scalloped cutout in the recoil shield as kind of an escape route for the spent caps. On this, there's really nowhere for the caps to go, so they end up getting trapped between the cylinder and the recoil shield. I did find, though, that if I cycled the action with a bit of authority, it did work a lot better. The biggest issue is the front sight, which is no fault of the gun, of course. One of the drawbacks to buying a pre-owned gun is that there's always the possibility that someone messed with it, and that's certainly the case here. I still can't comprehend why someone would take so much off. It's considerably shorter than the stock front sight, and I just don't understand under what circumstance someone would want it to be like this. All in all, I like this revolver. It certainly shoots really well, and this Bisley model seems to be somewhat scarce, so I'm willing to put the effort into it to get it fixed. It's really something I want to work with, and I'd really like to bring this back to factory condition. So if anyone knows of a good gunsmith that would be able to replace this front sight, please leave a comment and let me know. And as always, thanks for watching.